In this video, we'll create two gaming characters. One represents the life that you want to have. The other represents the life that you don't want to have. Because in order to have something means to become someone. And in order to become someone, you must understand the following concept. Cause creates effect, action creates reaction, inputs create outputs. Different name for the same thing. By doing something, you create a byproduct of it. It's important to understand on what you should focus on. You cannot control the outputs, you can only control the inputs. For example, think about what is what. Doing sit-ups, having a six-pack, reading a book, having knowledge, giving someone a compliment, having a partner. Doing is the input, having is the output. So what it means, the things that you are doing now are giving you the life that you have now. And what it also means is that whatever you want to have, you must figure out what are the things that you need to do in order to get that things you want to have. Most likely you have heard about this concept, but what you might not have heard about is what else comes to the outputs. Because the outputs are telling you whether the inputs are right. Here they are. Doing enough action creates habits. After enough habits, you create identity, and identity gives you the lifestyle that you have. The reason you have a lifestyle of an addict is because you have become a person who is an addict. To become such person, you had to have a habits of this person. And all of this was created because you were acting like an addict, you are talking like an addict, you are thinking like an addict. You are consuming porn more and more often. You are lying to other people and also to yourself that everything is fine. You are not an addict. You are in the denial. You are thinking like an addict. Think about when will be the next time you will watch porn. You have started to think that you will never escape it because it's impossible. All of this means that in order to have something, you must become someone. And in order to become someone, you must have the right habits and the right skills of this person who is not only able to create such a lifestyle, but also maintain this lifestyle. Many people can, for example, become rich quick, but the speed at which they became quick is the same speed at which they fall. You can have a partner for like a day or two or a week, maybe a few months, but if you want to have a long-term partner, that takes time. And if you don't put that time into it, you won't have it. Go fast, go alone, go far, go together. What I want you to do now is take pen and paper and write what type of life do you want to have. Write this with present tense in details. For example, let's say you want to have a car. Then you write, I drive such and such a car. Give it details. If you want to have a partner, write, I have a partner who is communicative, who has empathy, who is not running away from the problems when they show up. Write everything you want to have in this lifestyle. Once you finish, make a big line under this text. And now think about what type of person can have such life? What type of person can live such life? Because in order to have something means to become someone. If you want to have a partner who is loyal, communicative, who has empathy, you need to become who is loyal, who has empathy, and who is communicative. To have something means to become someone. Once you finish this, make another line, and now think about what are the habits of this person? Because your life is mostly composed of the habits that you do on a regular basis. Yes, of course, there are outside factors like the people around you, your physical environment, but you are in control of your life, not other people. Once you figure out what are the habits of this person, now you have a brief blueprint. If you meet this output, it means that you are on a good path. If you create the skills of this person then can have such life. And you get this output by focusing on the input, on your thoughts, your words, and behavior. Now, what I want you to do is take paper and think about the lifestyle of a person who is addicted to pornography. If you have a really embarrassing moment that you are really ashamed of, take these moments and write them on the paper in the present tense. Describe in details what type of lifestyle has a person who is addicted to pornography. And again, when you finish this, make a line under it and think about what type of person can have such life. What type of person creates this life and maintains this life over and over and over again. Once you finish describing that person, make another line and think about the habits of this person. What does this person do on a regular basis? If you finish this, again, underline it and think about what are the thoughts, words, and action of this person. Those thoughts, words, and action created the habits created the identity, and the identity created the lifestyle that the person has. As you think, so you are. As you talk, so you are. As you behave, so you are.